さんどうもこんにちは。バーチャルラクドールのニャムツルです。ダメ。というわけで今日も FF16 じゃんじゃん進めていこうと思います。よし。あそこね。とりあえずなんかマザークリスタルというやらを破壊するらしいんでね。楽しみですね。クリスタルがなくなったらマジ人間どもは魔法が使えねえからね。クラブみたいなベアラーじゃないとね使えねえんだわな。マダムは娼婦だと言ってたな。そうめっちゃ美人って言ってたな、マダム。どれ君か？こいつがマダムか？
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me?
名前バレてる。
You're the dame.
すでに連絡が入ってたか？
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred.
そんなに美人じゃねえぞ別に。よくいるおばちゃんじゃねえかよ。
Isabel. Otto assured me I could
期
trust
待さ
you.
せやがってよ。何が美人や。
I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us
シ
here
ドめちゃくちゃ人助けてんな。
to the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested, unless...
どのようにして？色仕掛けか？
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear.
見張りの兵士に色仕掛けをするつもりかこんな女。
But I shall expect a favor in
頼みを
return.
聞いてちょうだい。大丈夫か？
Wait, what?
You say these are all from down there?
Fruit's not getting any fresher.
お意外となんもねえなここ。ちょっとした集落。この人儲かるんかこんなとこで。あんま儲からなさそうだけどねここね。
What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut.
それともこの門をくぐるために人がいっぱい通るから意外と儲かるんかな。
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
普通に行けるんか？通してくれるんか？そんなすげえの。
Back to the veil already.
そんなすげえのマダムめ。
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
顔パス？
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
それで通れる。
Hold up.
止められましたよ。
Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Now get out of my sight, filth.
それ簡単に通れちゃったよ。
That wasn't so bad.
どんだけすげえので
They might have
マダムもね
recognized。me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it.
うちの一番
The
のお客さん。
gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement.
だいぶ牛耳ってんねこのマダムのこの街を。
Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
大丈夫、いやらしいお店なんでしょ。大丈夫かこれ。クライブの低層が危ないぞ。
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
夜の帳。何すんだ？お店で何すんだ？
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady.
Thank you,
I only know
madam.
that.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I
Isabel.
told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls.
なんだ？
Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I've begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people.
人探しばっかしてんなマジで。クライブ。
I trust you'll do your best.
魔物に襲われたかもしれない。助けてくれ
And
みたいな
take。this.
どこに行っても人探しだわ。
Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
I should probably start here.
人を
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother.
串をなくして落ち込んで
So she was upset.
探しに行ったんじゃないのその
Didn't
串を。
under my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real
いろんな
work
人がいるね。
begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was scared at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the Dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison.
サブクエストが出て
A trip to
る
the barracks is in order.
あ、やんねえけど
I haven't seen you around the Vale.
厄介な残武力兵につけ回されてるんだな、かわいそうに。
Heard the bones fell favourably.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue.
このブローチが目に入らんのか。
Roach. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in war. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you.
こいつらずいぶんマダムにお世話になってるっぽいな。
I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
やはり色仕掛けは効くな。
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
できんだよ、できん、そいつ。厄介なやつ。
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
どこにでも仲間いる
Return
な。
as soon as I find something.
便利だな。すべての町になんか一人ずつぐらいなんか仲間いね。協力者、大丈夫か？どこ？向こうか。
The markets are up.
おお。意外と建物があるな。
Oriflamme.
マクルジュルはなんとか。
Granaries full.
とりあえず道沿いに行くか。
That's enough for today, Brandy.
大丈夫か、一般人が。魔物結構いるぞ。これなんかの畑かこれ。雑草か。とっとと引き上げなとか言う。
That's enough dallying, you two.
あ、かわいそうに。ベアラーがマジで奴隷のごとく扱われてるんじゃん。 そんなひでえな。あ、もうどこ行く。
A lot of you. There's still work to be done.
どこに行ってもベアラーの扱いがひどすぎる。やべえな、そのムーアっていうところ。やばすぎでしょ。焼き払った方がいいんだよ、この町。
If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
助けてくれ。
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarreling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
この町ではマダムのブローチがあんまり効かないらしいわ。はい、初見さん、こんな町。響きもみじさん、コメントありがとうございます。
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
そうだぞ、マダムの。
Why, of course I.
お前マダムのお店出禁になってもええんか。いいタイプ。その態度。
What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago.
気をつけろ
A
よ、
soldier
お
with
い。
a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one.
小汚い口だと。
Although
こい
it
つ。
was an antique, it most
こいつじゃねえわ。
certainly was not, as
その
I
口は
told him.
大事にしてたんだぞ。
He insisted that it was of great value.
パクられたのか。
and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
はい、ジェフさん、こんな町。
Usually in the habit of
コメント
telling
あり
me
がと
whither
う。
they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean,
うぜ
helpful.
え。だいぶお世話になってるそうだね、こいつマダムにな。クソがよ。どいつもこいつも。サブクエストめちゃめちゃあんな。この先にいるのかな。
It smells of death here,
血の
Torgal.
匂い。
Wolves.
敵じゃねえかい。
Any closer to the village?
まあまあ勝てるなこの犬。
It's over. You know what to do. Sick of Torgal.
お。
Airborne.
いいよー。裏でねレベル上げも結構頑張ったからね。戦闘もまあまあ慣れてきたよ。
Damn it all. Bodies. A man and a woman.
男女の死体なんですけど。嘘でしょ。手遅れだったか。つうか使えねえなこの残武力兵。
Well, the wolves have been busy. but the blood is long dry.
兵士なら間もなぐらいちょっとやっつけろやマジで。
So it is you, Tatienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to see every night. You said her name was Tatienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We've both found who we were searching for.
Yeah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's gonna find the man.
ヤニックは死んでよし。
We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to more for some dealings and doesn't
はい、竹竹さん、こんにち
You mean this comb?
コメントありがとう。
It was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask us something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm
ど
sorry
っちにしろ
for
最悪の結末だよ。
when the lads come to collect Yannick's
誘
body.
拐するつもりだったのかよ。
I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
I need to tell Isabel.
あの兵士はまだ
For something to
まだ
remember
話すの
Tatienne
分か
by.
る兵士かもしれないな。ここか。人は簡単に死ぬな。マダム。
You are
That's
still in
very
one
good.
piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then?
悪い知らせだ。
I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
まあ、魔物に食べられてなかっただけマシか。
I should go.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Or to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
なんとか条約を破って土地を奪いに行くとか言ってたね、確かね。クソじじい。なんとか条約を破ったらもういろんな国からバッシング受けるんじゃねえとか。大丈夫か。
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon.
でも国バハムートの持ってんだよな、バハムート。大丈夫か。バハムートってマジでクソ強いぞ、 FF シリーズで。どういう風に戦うんだろうね。バハムートの兄ちゃんなんか良さげな兄ちゃんだったけどね。あいつも悪いんかな。あいつ利用されてる時かな。あれだからベアラっていうかベアラのあれはついてなかったけど、要はベアラでしょ。顔に刻印されてたいだけでベアラでしょ、要は。ドミナントか。おまた。
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
だいぶ近くまで来てんな。どうやって壊すんだっていうか、そのクソでかいクリスタル。クソでかいクリスタルがマザークリスタルでしょ。あんなどうやって壊すんだ。召喚獣になってぶん殴るか。歓楽街。ずいぶん栄えてんな、この国。忍び込むの早くね。忍び込むまでの過程すっ飛ばされたけど。よう中入れたな。
Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a...
Oh no!
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
ここもそういういかがわしいところですか。あ、姉ちゃんもいる。
So then, how do we proceed?
楽だろうな、あの姉ちゃん。やんなくていいの？ラッキーみたいな感じ。お金もらえてラッキーじゃん。さっきの姉ちゃん。
Loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
お前どんだけ秘密の抜け道持ってんね。
And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut.
隣で
That's not important.
やっちゃってますよ。隣の部屋。壁薄いな。
If the mother crystal
なんで聞こえるんだよ、隣のあれが。
If you wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools, and the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To to leave us to die when our bodies are spent.
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug?
やっぱ魔法使いすぎると石になるんだな。シドも左腕か右腕若干石になってたよな。
No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the outlaw. Ah, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain.
悪い奴が決めた法律なんてそんなの破ったらええねん。
And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
支度をしろ。マザークリスタルドレイクヘッズ。引き返すことができなくなります。やり残しがない気もつけましょうやって。サブクエストやってねえけど大丈夫か？後からやれるかね。
There are not nearly enough men here.
Then it's fortunate the city guard doesn't take sentry assignment as seriously as you do. This bodes well.
That'll be a first. This may not be such a terrible plan after all.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Only that your last secret shortcut was nowhere near as secret as you claimed.
Yeah, but that's half the fun of it. Life's too short for perfect plans. You want a plan that'll keep you on your toes, stop you growing old and complacent.
Worked for you, has it?
Clive, my boy, even life's smallest challenges offer the opportunity to grow and to change. You must embrace these moments. Allow them to suffuse your heart with a deep sense of fulfillment.
Narrowly escaping death at the hands of an enemy is not my idea of fulfillment.
Something wrong?
Not at all. Just wondering if the two of you had finished.
Right. We make for the Mother Crystal's heart as planned. Destroy it and the whole thing should come tumbling down.
コアなんてあんのかよ。
And if the passage to the inner sanctum is guarded?
そう簡単に破壊できるか？なんかセキュリティとかあるんじゃないのか？クリスタルの牢獄。
Come on, this way. Try to stay out of sight.
Obviously.
Don't worry, the passage is empty.
ネズミがいっぱいいる。あれちょっとちょっと宝箱あるよ。ちょっと待ってシダ。宝箱あるわ。千ギル安っ。あれむっちゃ遠くまで来てる。めちゃめちゃあるやんけ。どうすんな。どうすんの。まとめてやる感じ。やる感じ。
Of course it did.
Perfect plans, Clive. Perfect plans.
うららららららららららら。 いいね。転生の方がやっぱ強いわ。タックル。ん？あれちょか。蹴りかよ。
He never stood a chance.
You're welcome.
The main tunnel.
That would be my guess. There are
お
sentries
お、なん
everywhere.
だ橋があるぞ。シド、ちょっと待って。はい。あれ？すごいなこの抜け道。ようこんなん知っとるな。なんでこの抜け道そんな警備薄いんだ？
And all good things must come to an end. We might have a bit more
やつらを
confidence
倒
from
して
now
進むとめちゃめちゃいるやん。めちゃめちゃおるやん。めちゃめちゃおるやん。ウィリオウィックス。これが強いんだわ。めちゃめちゃおるやん。転生の方。ちょっと LP 使おう。転生の方の早く帰ってこい。敵が多すぎてやばい。燃やし尽くせ。いいよ最強。誰だ？誰か来た。
I think this may be the moment I was talking about earlier.
What have we here? More insects come to be
なんか持ってる
squashed.
ね。
You will find my mortar and I only too happy to oblige.
大砲か？
To the talker.
Then let's shut him up.
大丈夫そんなん持っててまともに戦えるかお前。
Not this time.
おい、投げ払ってんじゃねえぞこら。いや
You feel that? Something in the air.
It's ether.
痛い
Better make this quick.
痛い。ほらほらほらほらほら。逃がすか。割れろ割れろ。いやそんな強くねえな。危ないよ危ないよ危ないよ。めっちゃ強火してくるやんけ。
Why won't you die?
Is he?
なんじゃ
Bollocks. He's gone Akashic.
アカシアアカシアって何？アカシアって何ですか？
Save your pity.
アカシアって何ですか？急に知らん単語出てきたけど。
Let's end his fate. Not this time.
ちょっとうざい。カンカンカンカンカンカンカンカン。バラダダダダダダダダダ。割れろ。よー、テッダウン。 まったものの末路。
A man who drowned in ether.
It's no way for anyone to go.
大量のエーテルを浴びたらアカシアってやつになるらしいわ。どれどれ。アカシア。高濃度のエーテルで生物が変化した姿、自我を失い、なんちゃらかんちゃらと。エーテル耐性を持つドミナントやベアラーはアカシアになりにくいだって。へえ。一般ピーポーがじゃあ無理をするとなるのな。やっぱドミナントやベアラーの方が生物として上じゃねえか、やっぱり。間違っているこの世界は。
Sid, this is an ether flood.
There shouldn't be one here, should there? The workers couldn't survive this.
Well, it wasn't here last time, I can tell you that. Which means we need to be quick. The ether won't hurt us, but I'd rather not find out what it's done to everyone else. She said you could call her Isabel. Never mind. If ever there was a reason to up sticks, an ether flood would be it. Fuck me. Those guards at the gate. They weren't there to keep people out.
They were there to keep the Akashic in.
Some help.
まずいね。ナイスー。崩れそう。危ねえ。
Not quite as spry as I used to be.
I'll take that as a thank you.
Look on the bright side. At least you won't get lost.
召喚獣ならさ、半権限とかして飛べるんじゃねえよ。空飛べるだろ。そんな焦らんでも。お？すげえすげえ。敵の特殊な行動ウォークライ。一部の敵が使用する強化魔法ウォークライは自身の能力を上昇させる効果が打つ。ドイツ。とりあえず片っ端から倒すか。全部巻き込め。いいね。あんまダメージねえやっぱり。なぜかパリーが発動した。このウィル・オーリックスっていう技はマジで強えな。 でどこに行けばいいんですか。とりあえずそっちね。クリスタルめちゃめちゃあるやん。もらって帰ろうぜこれ。こんだけ持って帰ったら多分喜ぶでみんな。シドの隠れ家にいる人たち。こっちで向こうちょっとアイテムがあるから取ってくるわ。ああいう隅っこにあるアイテムはいいアイテムなことが多い。お宝箱ある。ポーションしょぼっ。これでも食らえ。まとめて積んどけ。はい、さよなら。マジで便利だこの魔法。プレステ5です。最近なんかね、この R2 さ、こういうなんかあるじゃん。こうやってレバーを引くときとかドアを開けるときとか。プレス2じゃねえわ、プレス5だわ。R2 がねちょっと重たくなるんだよ。なんかすごいわマジでこれ。臨場感あるでマジで。しっかり R2 ボタンがね重くなるね。なんか強いのいるじゃん。一旦ザボ一旦ザボから一旦ザボから。はいはい。いや。よしみんなやれみんな。固くねこいつっていうか。硬いだろ。ほいほいほい。割れるいいよ。なんか周りいっぱいの時まとめてやろう。チャカチャカチャカチャカチャカチャカチャカ。いいね。眩しい眩しい。やれこんなのディバインハンマーふう。ちょっとは成長してんじゃねえか戦闘もな。
I see they replaced that wooden door with something a little more sturdy.
サンゴの剣なんだね。強えのか。強いじゃねえかちょっとだけ。5上がる5。鉄格子がありますけど。
On the count of 3?
蹴破る鉄格子やぞ。そんな簡単に蹴破れるわけないだろ。鉄格子やぞ。
happened to two.
当たり前だろ、硬いわ。ジルも手伝え、ジルも。おい、ジル。
Seeing as you're trying now.
ジルもなんかやれや。ちょっとぐらい。女の子だからって見てるだけじゃダメよ。この戦場では。トロガルもいるんだから 4人でやれば簡単だったでしょ今の。お。
The mother crystal's just up ahead.
つうかめんどくさくしてあれやろ。
I can't see a thing.
イフリートの炎で全てを溶かしちまえばいいんじゃないかっていうか、それぐらいできるだろなあ。メタのこと言っちゃうとよ、炎、雷、氷を使えるやで大体のことでできるで。
There's no one about.
こんなあっさりと侵入できちゃっていいの？このなんとかっていう大国でしょ。結構でかい国でしょ。大丈夫これ。マザークリスタルもう破壊しちゃうこれ。終わっちゃうよこの国。おお、めちゃくちゃ綺麗やん。ドレイクヘッド。これがマザークリスタル。
That's our way into the inner sanctum.
なんで誰も見張りいねえの？おかしいでしょ。最重要セキュリティがここに敷かれてないとダメでしょ。
Sorry state the Empire's in.
Wait. You don't mean...
Aye. My little game of hide and seek with Bahamut ended here. At tragic cost to this remarkable architecture. Don't blame me, he started it.
But how did you make it out alive?
よ、逃げ切れたな。
I walked. You should try it.
まあ、こんな狭いところじゃドミナントも召喚獣になることができないからしょうがないね。あれね、いけるわ。こんなところで召喚獣になってマザークリスタルに傷がついたら大変だもんね。向こうの国もむしろ逆にいいかもしれん。中に入っちまえば。なんかいる。レイス消えな。まとめて消えろ。レベルアップナイス。すげえ便利だこれマジで。
The two places connected somehow.
アベンチーポイントどれぐらい溜まってんだ。1176か。マスター化しなくてよくてリミットブレイクゲージを増やすのもありだな。増やしとこう。次は2000か。これで3本になったね。また来る。いやー、溜まってねえよこんなすぐに。キュー使うやつがいる。どこだ。知るかそんなもん。回復の上から削り切ってやる。いや 何回攻撃してくんねん。削りきれ削りきれ。勝手なマジこいつ。パリーだ。あ、間違えた。これ使いたかったんじゃねえんだよ。あ、もったいねえ。このガウジの方使って詰めてるじゃん。召喚時の切り替えミスったわ。最悪だ。次の雑魚敵の群れで使おうだと思ったのに。
Soldiers assigned to the glass gate would tell stories about something they called the Guardian.
Can't say I saw anything like that when I was last here. Then again, I can't say I made it this far.
Let's just be careful then.
モンバーいるんか。すげえなマジで。
Where did that come from?
お、なんかいる。
If I had to guess.
Poor beast. Another victim of the flood.
モンバー赤字になってた。何ここはエーテルが濃いからってこと。じゃあ普通の人ここで門番できねえじゃん。
If it's a fight he wants.
普通の人間は。
Ready, Clive?
Always.
なんか属性あるじゃん良さそうだけど、向こう氷でしょ、こっち木でしょ。パリン。綱引きや綱引き。わお。おい広いな。飛ぶのずるくないねえ。ずるいと飛ぶな。顔が高いとこにあって当たんねえ攻撃が。ずるいんだけど飛ぶな。クソすぎるんだけど当たんねえしマジで。これ使うしかねえわ。どうやってるかね。こんな焦りだ。時間が止まるからいいね。わお。起き上がる起き上がる。どういったカータライズ。おおおおおおお降りてこい。どこ行った。弱点どこだこいつなんじゃ。頭じゃねえのか。オッケー。それ結構入る。離れて。いいよ。離れて離れて。割れろ。 流すね。早く LP 使え、早く。かったよなこいつマジで。先生の方がダメだった。ダウン中にやるのはちょっともったいないから。全然削れないんだけど、そのゲージ。ドラゴンダンス。走ってれば当たらねえ。クソが。頭より足でいいなこいつな。頭は断念しこいてる。確実に胴体の攻撃を当てていく。その方がいい。頭狙わなくていいんだけどな。なんか頭に飛んでくんだよな。カータライス。どこ行った？全然当たらねえ。それがサマーソルト。いやはい無理。ダウン中にやった方がダメージ入るんかな。すんげえ長いからさ、硬直時間がこっちもその時間なんかダウンのあれが回復しちゃうから、あんま長えのやらない方がいいと思ってんだけど、どうなんだろうな。全然当たらねえ攻撃が。頭にやらなくていいんだけどな。ほんとプライブ君お前わざわざ律儀にさ当たってねえんだよ頭。ダウン中だけ頭。起きるの早え。ロックを外してどうやって狙った方がいいかもなこれ。絶対この方がいいわ。ロックオンすると頭狙うから外した方がいい。 経験値うまくねえな。めちゃめちゃ疲れてるやん。
Are you all right?
Fine.
The inner sanctum lies just beyond. Chances are the palace guard knows we're here. We should move. Not that any sane commander would send his men into a place awash with this much ether. Clive. If this all works, and the blessing fades, things are likely to get worse for our kind before they get better. Being the last to wield ether will make our talents that much more sought after, by which I mean hunted. I just hope in the end they'll see that we didn't have any other choice, that it was the only way to get us to a better place.
And here I was thinking I was the uncertain one. Luckily, 2 out of 3 of us have faith in you.
Then it all starts here. Time to earn that menacing title. Sid the Vicious, was it?
ベアラーって生まれつきなんじゃねえの？今後も生まれてくるんじゃね？クリスタル使わなくても魔法が使える人。
We're almost there. Anyone having second thoughts?
Not me.
We're with you to the end, Sid.
Then what are we waiting for?
ポーションめっちゃ捨てる。助かる。お、これがコアか。
It's beautiful.
The heart of Sunbreak.
いいのかな。見張りいねえぞ。お、そんな簡単に壊れる？硬い。
Well, that didn't work. I think we're gonna need a bigger sword.
こんなん召喚者になってボンでいけるでしょ。
Thank you, Clive. But I meant that figuratively.
ラムーやらイフリートやらシバとかなってよ。俺ってやったらそんなん簡単でしょ。特にイフリートなんかどう見てもパワー系なんだから殴りゃいいやん。
When she hears about this.
慣れねえのかなまだ。
Stand
そう
back.
自在に。
About to get cramped in here.
クライプはな。シドもあんま無茶すんなよお前。お前死にかけなんだからもう。
That's more like it.
おお、さすがにいったのこれ。粉砕したんじゃねえの？お、破壊できた。これでこの国は終わりだな。
Clive, look.
あれ？
What is that?
なんぬ。
Sid!
ひえ、なんか気持ち悪いのいる。なんじゃこりゃ。
I need a freeze. Can't
this without you.
めっちゃキモいのいるけど。またかよ。またこの謎の声。イフリートになる？イフリートになって暴れるなよお前。理性保っとけよ。受け入れたんだからさお前。めっちゃゆっくりや。めちゃめちゃゆっくりや。空気読んでくれてるね、敵さんもね。キモマジで。またあれか、自分の空間に来たか。自分の分かるってば空間に。と思ったらあいつもいる。キモすぎ。何これ、キモ。もうラスボスの風格やんこれ。やばいやんこれ。ティフォンを封じたか。いけねえわ。
You again. Where are you? What do you want? Fuck. He's still alive.
ぶっ刺さってんのに。何？刺さったままですけど。諦めた？抜くの。こんなもの出てくる。抜けねえやこれってなった。後ろなんかおお、なんだめちゃめちゃいるぞ。あ、でもあんま体力ねえなこいつ。爆発すんのかよ。そういう系。爆発すんじゃなくて上から降ってきてんのか。まずいな。遠距離攻撃をどうにかする技を取ってねえんだよな。危ない危ない危ない危ない。危ない危ない危ない危ない。引き寄せるか。あれあ、誰だっけ。どんだけおんねんマジで。いすぎだろ。やべやべやべやべ。転生の炎が帰ってこない。なかなか。あ、でもこっちは HP 少ねえな。ここに転生の炎ぶち込みで。カオスカオス。
isn't yours.
イフリートになれるか？イフリートになれるか？イフリートになれるようなあれだね、イベントじゃねえのこれ。主人公がついにイフリートになれるという、そういうイベントだろ。来た来た来た。勝ったな。
I remember now. I have fire.
しかもちゃんと理性もあるぞ。言ってることはちょっと不吉だけどね。ねじ伏せる出て。昆布、魔法、まあ基本的に一緒か？ん？四角の直角に三角マジックバースト。さらに続けて三角で強力なバックドラフト。まるでワイルド高速移動。丸流して時間延長。おお。うわー。すげえじゃん。なんもねえじゃん。なんかセットできるんかな。アクションわからん。空中で地上で四角バツ同時押し。なんかいっぱいあるわいっぱいあるわいっぱいあるわ。なんだなんだなんだ。はいはい。やることいっぱいあるな。殴るだけじゃねえわ。アビリティとかはねえのかな。やったか。やったか。まだ足りぬ。誰？さらなる力を解放せよ。これ誰なんこれ。誰が語りかけてきてんのこれ。しかもなんかめちゃくちゃいるし、増えたし。なんじゃ。 手が増えた。余計に気持ち悪くなった。こいつが話しかけてきてたん。
As you wish.
痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い。全然流れねえな。痛い痛い痛い。くー。何でも、おお余計、余計にちょっと行き過ぎ行き過ぎ。むずいんだけど意外とちょっと危ない。これね、これあ HP 回復か。意外と難かった今の。天地崩壊。見えない見えない、何も見えない何も見えない。テイクダウン。おいおいおいおい。いいんじゃないの。1回のテイクダウンでめちゃめちゃダメージ入ったやん。またこれか。むずいんだよ。危ねえ。いいよいいよいいよ。ほら慣れたよ、もう慣れた。もう行き過ぎることはないよもうは。痛い。消えていいか。シュン。おデスボール。まだおらんか。地獄の火炎。おデスボール対デスビームって。あれあれれれれれれ。元気玉どこ行った。上にあるじゃないの。上に失敗で終わったのか。持ってる。上にある。上にある系でした。悟空対フリーザみたいなわけか。こんなのなーってやつや。ほららららららら。ふう。お？フェニックスの上に転生の12秒短縮される。めちゃくそええやんこれ。12秒も短縮されるのこれ。あ最高じゃん。これつけよう。 器？
Enjoy your nap?
You're wounded.
This? It's only a scratch. All right, the hole.
We'll
大丈夫か
find
な？
a healer.
Here. No, you won't.
また出てきた？おお。今こそ一つになるとき。ミュートスってなんじゃ？
I know who you are. And if you think I'm gonna let you have him.
顔キモ。
Think again.
一つになるときとか言ってたけど、なんだんこいつ。こいつのせいでジョシアをやっちまったのか？
One left. I'll do me.
Try not to talk.
Clive. For so long, I thought I had all the answers. But then I met you. And I learned it wasn't a good death we should be fighting for, but a better life. It's all very well, a man reclaiming his fate. But if he can't choose how he meets it,
なんかシド死にそうだな。
So, I made a choice.
嘘だろ。何ラーメンくれるってこと？ マジかよ。退場早すぎんか。
It's a prison, Clive. And if it's an outlaw the world needs to help it break free.
Stop. Please.
I can think of none better than you.
フレーム泣いとるが。 マジかよ。こんなあっさりと。なんなんだよさっきから。
In ashen grip Let ember glow to kindle flames anew.
あれお前ローブの男。こいつは何者なん？
I'm sorry, Clive.
兄さん
I arrived but a moment sooner.
なんで生きてんのジョシュア。
Do you remember me, boy?
生きてんの？
I saw you protect them. That was very brave.
いや金髪で再生の炎がどうのこうの言ってるからとは思ったけど、なんで生きてんのジョシュア。
You have learned our name.
こいつアルテマなんか。
Phoenix.
My travels have revealed much about you and your ambitions. I know that it was you who tore me from my brother. And I know that it is his power that you seek. But know this. If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
まあ黒幕がこのアルテマとかっていうやつで分かったから、
Breath of mine ancestors.
まあいいか。
Fill these lungs
なんで
that I may
なんで女子は
dispel
生き
the
てんのか知らねえ
songs
けど。
of suffering.
A disturbance.
We'll leave. My brother alone.
すげえ元気になってんな。
This is getting us nowhere.
子供の頃はあんな病弱だったの
We
に。
agree. No more games, Phoenix. We have come to claim our vessel.
なんで器
I
な
said no.
なんでクライバー器って言われてんの。
These flames are nothing. You will know what it is to burn.
Yours is a fleeting form. I'm not fool enough to think I can harm you. But to protect my brother, I don't have to.
These are not flames of destruction.
Have you forgotten already who I am?
What 何をしているのかな。 取り込んだのか。
Just try and get to my brother now. Fiend.
自分が器になったってことか。意味がわからんけど。 回忘れてたけど、ここのすっかり忘れてたわ。ここのマザークリスタル破壊したっていうのがな。まあ一般市民の皆様にはちょっと申し訳ないけども、世界のためだ。一方その頃、シドの隠れ、あ、そっか、見られてたもんな。なんかスパイというか、なんか追っ手に。こいつよ、こいつに見られてたもんな。最悪じゃん。もう最悪だわ。よくやった。
Gab, we've got to go. Not without this.
みんなやられちまったか？
Not among the dead. Shall I send a Stolas?
医者の人とガブはおばあちゃんとか大丈夫か？
That won't be necessary.
やばい、タイタンが。それはひどいって。それは召喚獣まで使って潰しに来んの？ひどくね？シドはシドでもう死んじゃったしよ、もう。壊滅的ではないか、こっちも。難民街。
The finest silks from the master weavers of Randalar. Come, feel its softness.
Chocobo
Make a nice
steaks,
gift for your
chocobo
wife.
sausage, all from greens-fed farm birds. None of the old courses you'll find elsewhere. Here, take a bite.
I've got peppers and peas, beans and beets. If it goes in a pot, I've got the lot.
人めっちゃいるな。
Look all you like, sir. It's all fresh. Picked this very morning.
Unguents, ointments, poultices. Harmatives, curatives, restoratives. Unguents, ointments, poultices.
薬類の少女か？
Might take interest you in a potion, milady. Perhaps a soothing salve to ease the aches of the road.
申し訳ないが構ってる余裕ねえぞ。
I wish you well, but may the mothers guide you. Calmatives, curatives, restoratives. Unguents, ointments,
おそらく子供を利用したあれだぞ、ぼったくりやぞ。裏にはな、悪どい人が多分仕切ってんだよ。子供を使ってんだよ、今の多分絶対。5年後5年後
It's good to see you, Sid.
なんでシドって
What have we learned?
5年後一瞬にしてなんか5年経ったやん。
Courthouse on the edge of town.
しかも
And I hardly need tell you who is there to make sure
方
they
の
stay
刻印
that way.
消しとるやん。
Joker's private guard.
It's a trap. And not a very good one at that.
つうかシドって名乗ってんのかよ今。
Another. What does he hope to gain from this?
I'll have the captives free before nightfall.
You do nothing of the sort. Our comrades didn't give their lives for you to get your throat slit in a god's forsaken slum.
So those in the courthouse should be left to suffer.
That's not what I said. I simply meant it doesn't have to be you who frees them. Damn it all. You're as stubborn as the old Sid was.
5年後ってことはこれ33歳ってことか。だいぶ年いったのもおっちゃんやおっちゃん。おじさんや。
You're Sid now, and if anything happens to him, we're finished.
顔の刻印どうやって取ったんだろうね。もう物理的にえぐり取ったんかな。そう簡単に多分取れないでしょ。5年後ってて5年の間何やってたんだ。
Please, we don't know anything. You have to believe
何も変わってねえじゃん世界が。
But you're helping us already.
Forgive him, my lord. He did not mean to offend.
Quiet, you!
No sign of Hugo.
I'll wager he thinks as highly of his minions' traps as we do.
Then this should be easy.
あれかね、隠れ家とかもう潰されたから立て直しに時間かかってんのかな。潰されたもんな、拠点な。めちゃめちゃビビってるや。
It's going to be all right.
つうか、トルガルどんだけ長生きな。
Any objections?
It's him, the outlaw. Sid's here.
少なくとも最低でも18歳は言ってるよな。13年後プラス5年後18。かなりの老犬やつをトルガル。登場時多分めちゃくちゃちっちゃかったから多分あれ1歳もいってないだろうから。18歳と何ヶ月かだよこのトルガル絶対。相当おじいちゃんだけど。召喚獣ラム、ラムやっぱ新しいアビリティフィード、アビリティラムのフィード、ラムジャスティスは最大9箇所までロックオンってことか。さらに雷球が付着した敵に攻撃を加えると起爆して追加ダメージを与える。へえ。切り替えがこれ、一旦これでまとめてボコしてはーってやってて、ラムジャスティス何ラムえやりづら。
Titan sends his regards.
Fire Drive! Thunderstorm! ちょっと使いづらいな、ラム。やっぱ突進しかもこれ切り替えが3つになったことでちょっとだるいなこれ。
Let him play with the kitten.
They brought a pet.
犬じゃないわこれ。猫がだ。
You'll pay for what you've done, Sid.
Those things are fast.
We'll have to be fast.
動物同士でやっときゃ。動物同士で。発動遅すぎ。 レベル上がんね
To hell with this!
They'll tell Hugo.
Let them. There's been more than enough bloodshed for one day.
Murderer. All of our friends are dead because of you. Do you hear me? They used us as bait. Bait to lure you out of your stinking hole, all because you couldn't just let things be.
What are you even doing here? We never asked to be saved. Did you think we'd thank you?
なんかめちゃめちゃ恨まれてるやん。
We're all marked now.
For 5 years we fought to secure a better life for our kind. To see that we are treated as equals. Do you not want that?
What we want is to be left alone. Every time you show your faces, it is we who suffer.
It's all right.
完全に刷り込まれてんね。それ5年じゃ何も変わらんで。そんなすぐには。これから何十年とかけて変えていくもんや。常識ってんのは。
Sid told us this wouldn't be easy. They'll come round.
ジョシュはどこ行った？
We should go.
ジョシュはどこ行ったっていうか、なんでいねえんだよ。生きてたんだったら一緒に行動しろや。まだ後から出てくるのかな。ちょっと待って。いけねえんだけど。今までのとこ行けなくなってんだけど。マジかよ。暗いブタチの隠れ家だって。暗いブタチの隠れ家。サブクエストやってなかったんだけど、最悪なんですけど。重要なサブクエだったらどうすんねん。
We destroyed what for many was a symbol of hope. For a reason they'll never know. We cannot blame them for thinking us the cause of their misery.
マザークリスタル何個壊したんだろう。
To give them a better tomorrow. They see only that we've made
全
their
部壊
lives
したんか
harder
な。
today. Yet the boil must be lanced if it is to heal.
I can't help but wonder if we've made the right choice.
When Sid said that he wanted to create a world where we were free. Free to choose our own path. I honestly don't think it mattered to him if that choice was right or wrong. Only that it was our own.
I miss him.
A world where we can live and die as equals. That's what he wanted. What we want. And that's why I bear his name. It's why we've all chosen to bear his legacy. And I'm not going to let anything stand in our way.
Rides over, lovebirds. Home sweet home.
また遺跡みたいなとこか。飛空艇みたいな。 装備したいんですけど。新たな隠れ家。
Otto was asking after you.
経験値欲しい。ギルは別にいらない。転生の炎が強くなるこれ。12秒短縮。これでけえ。そうなるとやっぱこういうオートなんとか系枠を圧迫してダメだなこれね。かといってトルガルが自動で動くのは便利だしな。雷の衝撃発生。軽量の敵をぶっ飛ばす。やべえな、召喚獣3つになっちゃった。マジかよ。ラムーはちょっと使いづらいな。必殺技はさばきの糸口。雷、敵一体の頭上に巨大な雷を落とす。ほーん。ラムージャスティスがちょっとこれ微妙かこれ。ちょっと微妙かもな。これ事前準備が非常にだるいわこれ。さばきのイカズチはクソ強いなこれな。ボス用かな。
Let's go and see him.
Never a dull moment.
むちゃくちゃ広いんですけど。新たな拠点むちゃくちゃ広いんですけど。まあ言うてそんなでもないか。おっとおっと話す。
All operations are suspended.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back in a day.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out.
There
must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Vivian.
I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here? Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion,
An altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind.
そうだね、そんなん破ったら世界中からバッシング受けて終わりよね。
The Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran.
ウォールドなんか島でかくね。
When the last drop of blood is spilled.
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
黒の一帯広がってきすぎだろ。
Dark clouds are wont to gather over the
半分ぐらいなんか侵食されてんじゃん。
Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even? Right.
結局マザークリスタルは1個しか破壊できてねえんだな。
Tell him it was adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
マザークリスタルなくなってる。これがウォールドっていう国な。もうほんと半分ぐらい黒の一帯で侵食されてんじゃんマジで。これがここが何不可侵条約結んでるところ？あと4つあんのかよクリスタル。大変だな。ハルポクラテスと話す。あ、ハルポクラテスも生き残ってたんだ。あのジジイ。意外とみんな助かってんな。一般市民がやられちまったのかな。ショップオーケストリオン火事。アレテストーン思い出の品。はめちゃめちゃ偉そうなところで座ってんじゃん。
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less.
謎の存在。
I'm sorry.
Please.
ジョシュアがアルテマって言ってるやつ言ってるやつ。
I'll send word to our associates.
めっちゃ気持
See
ち
if
悪
they
かったや
can't
つ。
furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
木の実が好きなんだこいつ。おならが臭いとか言われてるけど。
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young.
The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving
Got it.
everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself.
医者かこいつ。
And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
なるほどね、物理的に
All right.
外科手術で刻印の部分やっぱ削り取ったんだよな。傷跡あるもんね、頬のところ。
What could Gav have thought?
そんなんで削り取れるんかよ。
Clive,
なんかいいの売ってる？
what do you want?
お、いいじゃん。レビンボルト。いいじゃん。
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
そんなもんか。
Anything else?
Once the hall's swept.
つうか意外と主要人物誰も死んでねえな。マジで。一般市民が虐殺されただけか。手紙箱。手紙を確認できる。手紙なんか届くんだ。ガブ。
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kuka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance, the one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain.
それそれ。
War after war, loss upon loss.
もう上層部の偉い人だけが得をするようになってんねん。
Now they rob us of
そんな
our
も
very
のを破壊
homes,
するべき。
leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion.
その羽すげえな。
Call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
まだ1個しか破壊してないけどね。まあ村が隠れ家が破壊されたからしゃあないっちゃしゃあないけど、こっからか。破壊された国どうなったんだろうね。マジで。あ、ジョシュア。
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
ジョシュアも女連れてええな。どこで知り合ったんだろう。
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway,
Martha!
I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
マーサも無事か。あう、足りた。
What would make Martha leave the rest?
クライブも偉くなったな。んでショップ行ってみるか。っていうかカローンも生きてたか。ようお前無事だったなお前。
Is it business or pleasure? If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it.
何も売ってるじゃねえかおい。なんだこれ。チャージショットを習得している場合、魔法のチャージが自動的に1回するチャンチ。へえ。アクセサリーの枠足りなくね。アビリティを 20% 多くゲットできる。ほー。経験値 15% 多く。ちょっと待って。アビリティ 20% 多く。これは欲しい。
It'd better all be here. Is that all?
装備しますかっつって何を外した今。フェニー、経験値 10% アップいらねえか。転生の方のこれいるんだわ。アビリティ 20% 多くゲットできる。オートトルガル。これ使いこなせるようにならないとダメかこれ。もしかしてトルガルも自分でめんどくさ。あれ全部買っとこう。経験値のやつ。これが経験値 15%？ これギル？経験値 15% も買っとくか。装備はしない。
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
アビリティポイントまず足りねえな。雑魚狩り頑張らんと。
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. She's fallen into the hands of the Empire. We could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Ah, いけるようになってる。いけるようになってるけど、この辺にあったサブクエスト全部消えてる。
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
大丈夫かこれ。
I'll stand where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to physical.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
連れてかれた。
Idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But,
やばくね。
before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about
あの修道院調べられたらやばいじゃん。
but it doesn't sound
あそこ
good.
ベアランめっちゃかくまってるからね。
Sid.
You do the same.
あれ飛んであげるでしょ。あら？あ、こっちか。
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
何も変わってねえなこの村。5年経ってんのに。 敵強くなってる？敵の強さ変わってね。 최근 셔보
Look. Up ahead.
あれマーサさん
Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something. Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn black shields, that's what happened.
그렇지.
The Black Shields. The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
やべえじゃん。
Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one order of shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all our citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
弱えなマジでラムーンのそれ。くっそ弱えじゃん。ラムーはアビリティを使うときだけ切り替えるぐらいかな。ああ、殺されている。
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
もう手遅れじゃねえのこれ。はあ。ひでえや。
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
やべえ、転生の炎使ったばっかでしょ。12秒短縮されたってのにそんななんか実感しねえな。
Dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords
こいつが黒騎士か。ただ黒いだけじゃねえか。
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Ability をどんどん使いましょう。転生の炎帰ってこねえ。経験値まずっ。
Is that all of them?
I think so.
つうか5年経ったのに服ずっとその服着てんだな。もうボロボロじゃねえのその服。新しい服用意しろや。
I didn't see the
ジルもな、お前もな。
He may still be alive.
あらー。ひでえ。
The abbot.
みんな殺しじゃねえか。
The bearers died protecting him, calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha.
死にかけやんもう。
We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The Cullings will continue.
弱かったけどね。黒騎士。
Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Matt to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid, where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
ひどなってるが。どんどんベアラーに対する扱いがひどなっとる。
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Riddick's jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
重くねそれ。
I'll do it.
Of course.
めちゃくちゃ重いんじゃねえの砂。
Cole and I will remain here.
砂っつうか石だろ。 めちゃくちゃいたけどね、石になった人。悲しみの入り江。無敵は無視。あ、無視無視。ジル何してんの？無視無視でいいよ。ああ、だいぶ削ってんね。あ、なんか倒してんね。結構火力あるね、あいつら。お、アーリーマンがいるぞ。こんなやついなかったぞ。イベントか。C ってなんだいきなり。リスキーモブ？リスキーモブで凶悪なものや蛮族が生息し、倒すことで討伐放射貴重なマテリアルを盗すことができる。へー。削りけ。ちょっと下げかったな。ラムマジで弱えな。ダウン中にやるのがいいな、ラムはな。まあ、ジャビリティの切り替えがだるなったわ。なんだ なになになになになに、ちょ危ねー。くそ、うぜー。発動が押せんだよね、このラムのこの技。さすがにスキンモブとやらなかなか強いな。勝ってんな。なんかつけられたけど。ねえ、すぐ逃げるんだけどこのカス。なんかしてると離れる。うほー。なんか5000キルもらった。うめえ。
You didn't see that coming.
ああいうちょっとした強敵が
That must be the bridge.
増えたのね。
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
Oops. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
世界は本当に良くなるのかこれ。なんとかなるのかこれ本当に。もうやばいでこの世界。
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these black shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones.
これアナベラ
Imperials think they can come in
アナ
here
ベラ
again
これ
and threaten my people. They're in for
絶
a
対
rude
許さん
awakening.
ね許せんラスボス候補だね
Before I
アナベラ
forget,
マジで
a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well.
母親
Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you
絶
wish.
対最後ぶっ殺すよな
No
母親
need.
な
I'll be ready
よ
should
くも
the
今までやってくれ
Imperials
た
come
な
calling. Though I
って感じ
wouldn't
で
turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Hmm? このマークなんだなんだこのこれ見てみよう見たことないマークがあるプラス
Try not to move.
Oi! You handy with that sword of yours?
サブクエストか
Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? Because a flock of noble
チョコボ
chocobos
が
are
やっ
in
と
need
追
of
わ
help.
れているだけ
Chocobos.
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you
チョ
ever
コボ
did see.
乗れるようになるんかなこれもし
Protect
かして
travelers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos. Fighting bandits.
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now they're back, looking to settle the score. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
All right.
There's a good lad.
これプラスのクエストはなんかが解放されるのかな多分これチョコボ解放されるだろ多分
Things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is.
じゃあこのプラスクエストは見逃さないようにしないとな
You hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no good bastards a hiding from me.
チョコボどこですか私のチョコボはどこですかそっちやっとチョコボに乗れるようになるかこれはマジで
That's quite a name for a chocobo.
楽しみだな追われているチョコボを助ければ多分仲間になるだろうどこサソリしかいませんけど
A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way.
そうかクライブが昔飼ってたチョコボも白だったか
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
Hmm? Oh?
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
せめてとっ捕まえて売り払ってやるの方がいいんじゃないか。
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
まず開幕これで倒せるかな。残った、微妙に残ってる。しかも追加あんのかよ、使ったからこう。あ、ダメなんだ。ランナーじゃねえんだよ。こいつ超貫通の切り替えがだるいんだくなってた。3つも装備できるのかよ、超貫通。ラビリティは切り替えダブ。クソがよ。フーだわ。お前私のチョコボになれ。
White heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be.
あれ？お前来とったんか。
Ambrosia. It is you.
すげえな。
You survived.
これもう私のチョコボでしょこれ。
Found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
このチョコボ実は私のですね。もう持っていきますんでよろしくお願いします。
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well.
まあ実は王子なんですけどね。
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who
母
you
親は
are.
クソですけど
You
も。
done right by me.
母親がなんだっけ、アナベラって知ったら発狂するかもしれんないこのおっさん。
She
っ
wants
て。
her master back, I reckon.
アナベラの子供みたいな感じ。
Told you. And it seems our pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight.
18年ぶりか。
Stay right where you are.
チョコボ結構長生きだな。寿命どんぐらいなんだろうね。ふっさふさやな。眼帯つけてるし。
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
こいつそういえばいたな。
Must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me.
Yep.
Silly sod that I am.
似た人って本人だけど、ほとんど顔変わってないけど。
Best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
まあ一回会っただけでごめんもたちゃん忘れるか。
Call you when I need you.
古文は別にいらないからね。ちょっと来なくていいよ別に。古文は。お前ら自由にやってきな。あれかな、シドじゃねえわ。チョコボかよ。ジルとトルガル用かな。ジルとトルガルもちっちゃいチョコボに乗るかな。黄色の。R さん長押しと呼び出し。へえ。あれこっちか。お、どこからともなく湧いてきた。やったぜおい。おっそ。あ、ダッシュが R ぜ。あれジェルも乗ってるけ。トルガル、お前はどうか。かわいそうだなお前。お前だけ来てね。トルガルは自分の足で走るのか。かわいそう。トルガルも乗ればいいのに。よし帰るか。チョコボケットー。
Where's Gav?
I hear there's trouble. But none of the curse breakers have returned.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal
Yeah.
Gav?
If it's kind words,
自分のチョコボと再会したから今多分心の中でウキウキやで多分クライブ。
Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor.
今のうちに各国に忍び込んでマザークリスタル破壊すればよくね。
They'll never see us coming.
大チャンスでしょ。そのなんとか自治領にみんな釘付け。そうそうそうそうそう。マザークリスタル破壊作戦、今が大チャンスです。手薄でしょ今多分みんな。
Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
ちょっと遠いから後回しってよくね。
With the bulk of the Republican army,
いやでも強いところ先に潰したかないとやばいんか
will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then.
やっぱ海に囲まれてるってのはかなりの武器だな。なかなか攻め込みづらいもんね。モーグリかわいいな。夫の事務仕事解放。なんかいろいろ施設が開放された。プラスマークはないな。プラスマークのクエストが見つけたら優先的にやらないとな。ウォーターイズル邸に向かおう。あれまたマップに行けなくなってんだけど、マップにストーリーがちょっと進むとなんか行けなくなるとこあるんだね。王国属領ロザリア南部。
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
つうかジル召喚獣になってねえじゃん。最初以外ならねえのかな。
Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
포토 있을 때. 초코보.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should
そしてどこからともなく乗っている
There
ジ
are
ル
still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
会話中そんな早くないか。でも普通に歩くよりはだいぶ早いからチョコボね。これね、戦闘できないのがあれだな。いちいち降りなきゃいけないな。
Mockery of justice is what it is.
チョコボも一緒に戦ってくれるんかなっていうか。
Never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing but loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to
もう
hide a
殺された
bearer.
くないからそりゃ言うこと聞くしかないよね。
Something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the millers?
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
いやその盾つく逆賊ってこれ私らのこと言ってんじゃねえのこれ。スミがまた潰そうとしてる。許さんやん。
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be
逆賊
arguing
絶賛目の前にいます。目の前に。
If only we were. I might have
目
turned
の
them
前にい
into
ま
a
す。
Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
ひっそりとしないとね。バレたらやばいで。
But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit.
This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are,
あれ、逆賊
the
って
Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha,
他にもいんのか？
who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire?
ああ、そういう系？
A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do?
マーサさん的な立ち位置の人がいる
Perhaps
感じ
Amid's
か。
village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
チョコボが役に立つ。あ、ちょ。
Come on.
Come on.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the
走
path
って
of
いくぜ。
whoever
あれ
or
走れ
whatever
ね。
lurks here.
会話中は走れねえわ。魔物はブシ。あ、ブシブ
The
シ。
pottery. We've seen more and more of these echoes.
急いでんね。
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystals collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
狭いな。狭いな。もう一本道か。やべ、黒くしている。お前らだけは許さんぞマジで。デトリーのこれ。デトリーのこれ。デトリーのこれ。おお、チョコボキックできるチョコボキック。チョコボキックできるんだけど。デトリーのこれ。これ私が邪魔なんだわ。なんか書いてるだろこれ絶対。これ邪魔。デトリーのオリーブが長押しにはいはい。乗るだけでした逆だ。
Thanks, Gal.
お前らは絶対に許さねえんだよ黒騎士よ。やったか？あとちょっと。え？あ、なんか高いとこから落ちた。敵が多いな。このランナーのパイルドライブはなかなかいいかもな。自分の周囲に雷ペイってやるやつ。
Blood, Clive.
でも早いし。
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
まるでゴキブリのように出てくんなこいつらマジで。
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn.
さっき転生の風使ってばっかだよ。
Our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true Brazilian.
まあまあダメージ入るやんその雷。悪くねえな。思ったより強かった。 ケアの使うやつがいるな。そんなの知るか。回復を上回る火力で無理だな。どこ回復してるやつどこいた。あいつか。お前か。お前許さんぞ。お前じゃないか。こいつじゃねえな。お前じゃないわ。どこだ回復使ってるやつ。こいつお前だな。お前だな絶対。さあまとめてやったか。微妙に残ってる。全然残ってるやねえか。まずくね。なんでこんなまずいの。変わんねえじゃん。なんか最初の方もらえる値が。
Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
死んだか。
Find something, boy. Death.
何の匂い。うう。長草ってやつですか。長草。鳥草って書いてる。長草。ひでえなこりゃ。こりゃひでえや。
This was my mother's doing.
もう母上なんて言わなくていいよ。クソババアって言っていいよ。クソババアって。
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this.
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
え、そんな放置？
Yes.
せめて埋めたりしてあげた方がいいんじゃないの？埋めたりせめて
We can't leave them.
せめて仮装。
We won't.
めて燃やしてあげた方がいいんじゃないの？こんなん燃やすか埋めるかした方が絶対いいって。
Ambrosia won't help
あ
me
れ、ちょっ
here.
と街の中乗れねえのか。でもカラスの餌になるから、これもあれか？自然のなんだ？
We're approaching Buick Bridge.
循環ってやつか？
Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosabeth.
Faster!
よし行こうか。道に沿っていけばいいかな。いやー、直後役に立つ。ん？
That'll do, girl.
人がいる。あ、街の中だから降ろされたか。街ってほど街じゃないけどね。ロザリア公国建国250年。はぶっ潰してやるわ。
But this is their home.
Not here. Good girl.
Fly, Ambrosia.
そんな速くねえな。もっと速くてもいいんだからね、チョコボね。まあ、速いっちゃ速いけど、そんなむちゃくちゃ速いわけではないな。
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. That's the main gate.
速いなお前そのチョコボ。
The only ones hoping to get in.
めっちゃ速いやんジルのチョコボ。抜かれたんだが。
Have mercy.
なんか揉めてるぞ。 あんま逆らわない方がいいんじゃないか。救いを求めてるのか。
Those crystals belong to us all.
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stalls! Cut you down where you stand!
あんまりそんなこと言ってると
No chance of
殺されるん
stopping
じゃない
if
か。
anyone noticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
再会。再会？おい、誰と再会すんだおい。
News is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Faster!
おじさんか？早っ！早いな！いいな！ちょっと交換してくれねえかな、この白いのと。めっちゃ早いやん、そっち。これあれかな、チョコボ呼び出してたら。あれちょっとしみ出し食らってますけど、君たち。君たち？うわ、こっち来たし。
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
水路水路。そこか。けね。
Not abandoned then.
おじさんか。
Oi! Visitors!
あれ。やる気か。
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
まあ、点数の炎があるっしょ。あれ。無視。あ、それ。なんか敵も強くなってこれじゃ削りきれないからね。だるいな。まあいいや、だいぶ削れるからいいや。
You're finished.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
知り合いか。
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed.
Wait,
you have naught to
誰
fear
だよ。
from us.
ウェイドって最初にいたな。
Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
だいぶ変わったな。なんか太った。
We can speak inside.
危ないな。殺しちまってたらどうすんだよマジで。危ねえ。
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown.
再婚したんか、アナベラ。
I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host.
If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your
なるほど。
side.
これが再会か。
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
昔の知り合いが結構出てくるね。
I imagine this endeavor will require
チョコブもそうだし。
Then let hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
We'll show him as much mercy as...
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Aldale have been laid to rest. Very good. Now make ready for battle. As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace.
よかった焼き払わなくて埋めるか焼くかしろって言ったけどこいつらが何とかしてくれるっぽいな。ゲストがパーティーに当たっててへえ。ん
No use calling Ambrosia now.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind.
ちょっとどこ行ってんのカメラさん。
That got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Oh yeah? なんか集まってんね。どけどけどけどけ道の真ん中で何やってんねん。
Bastards are lucky I didn't.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die
ちょっとこいつら HP あるからコンボして倍率を高めてから転生の炎ぶちかますか。
Forest area! Your petty revolution ends here.
ちょっ
On these our
といやめんどくせえや
swords we swear.
やっぱめんどくせえやそんな持ってけるだろほとんど
Bloody hell. Reinforcements from the far bank.
You enemy
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them. あこれ邪魔これ邪魔ランナーがマジで弱いわどんだけ追加くんの
The Imperials aren't taking any chances.
いいよでかいの無理だったよ
This one.
あ竜
A
消し
noble stand,
竜
albeit
消しなのか
a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
バカは高いところが好きってね じゃないの 逃げんな逃げんな
So wait. There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
あんま強くねえなカカカカカカカカカあ時間止まるやんやっぱあの転生のやってるだけちょっとダブル中にあるのかねやっぱなんだ時間止まるのかテイクダウンゲージが動いてなかったから時間止まってたね
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it. As we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
リスタルを破壊するあれが思わぬ寄り道だぜ。
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria
みんななんかそのなんかくれるな、なんとかの証。信頼の証。
I shall wear it with pride.
これをつけてたら仲間と思われるのかな。お、その証は。
If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you, or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
いいとこに住んでんな。
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
足音すげえな。ドスドスドスドス。
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit.
本物ですけど、この顔、面影があるだろ。
Clive Rosfield died long ago.
つうか。
Uttering his name here, you
顔に出るだろ、若き頃の王様に。服装を見ろ、服装を。なんだそのパフォーマンスは。
Mock me as well.
お父ちゃんの胸か。
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil, the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
なんか昔にそのやりとりがあったか
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddu in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary.
昔そういう演劇とかやったか
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place. For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest
嘘つくのけど癖があるらしいわ、クライブ。おじさんとジルはなんか知ってるっぽいな。
The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
いや、よかったな、おじさん、マジで。クライブが死んだと思って、マジで。心を閉ざしてたんでしょ。
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the
3
space of 3
日、そんな
days.
かかるん。そんな遠いの。
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom,
言われてたんか、ジェルお前もモンスターって。
Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all.
人質を取られたらね。しゃあねえよ。
I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with
やり残したことがある。
the past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
これ微妙な距離感がもどかしいね。お一旦拠点に帰る感じか。どこにも行きたくなったけど、一旦拠点に帰ろう。鉄の国に行くのかな。
Only the founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian can probably make an educated guess.
ビビアンに話を聞け。はい。あ、プラスマークがあるぞ。和志となんとか。こっちじゃねえし。
How did we never hear?
いや、後でいいや。
Guardians of the Flame.
どうせなんか解放されるだけじゃん。システム的なのが
Lord Rosfield.
メイン優先書。
I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the Orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven
毒なんだったらもういいじゃん。マザークエストでぶっ壊そうぜ。毒なんだったらいいよな。壊しちゃうな。
in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drustinus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
気になるけどまあいいや。サブクエストは裏でやろう。いっぱいあるしね。
It will be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill, when you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those unspeakable things.
なかなか物騒なこと考えてるね。
It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud.
何恨みがあるのかその国のトップに。それはあるだろうな。よし、じゃあこの辺にしとくか、今日は。マップもいろんなとこに行けるようになったし、裏で適当にレベル上げとか。ここに来ると多分また長くなりそうなんでね。よし、今日はこの辺で終了にします。ちょっとセーブしよう。シュー。裏でサブクエとかやっとくわ。というわけで、熱い眠ちでした。見てくれてありがとうね。レベルが26から2が上がってね。全然上がってねえじゃん、レベル。嘘でしょ。